Happy Tuesday, Firsties. You need to get out your math packet today, and we're going to be working together on page 18 and page 19. Okay, so let's look at page 18 first, and we're practicing any strategy you want to add tens and ones when we have more ones than we need and have to trade them over to the tens place. And one strategy we talked about last week was using the number line and counting and skipping by tens and then adding our ones back in. Like here, when we have 28 plus 14, I'm going to say 28, and I'm going to say 10 more is going to be 38, and then I'm going to say 38, 40, 42, because I'm going to count by twos here. So 40, 42. And I know for some of you where the numbers like pop in your head really easily, those number lines work great, and then sometimes they don't. I'm not a fan of the number line. If the number line works for you, that's awesome, and I want you to keep using it. But if it doesn't and you need to trade ones to the tens place, we can do that. And I'm going to show you that here where we have 35 plus 16. And I already have 1, 2, 3 tens in the number 35, and then my 5 ones. And then in the number 16, I have 1 10, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. And what I realize is if I have 5 tens in the 5 ones in the number 35, and then I have 6 ones in the number 16, I can take 5 of these ones over here and put them with 5 of the ones in the number 35, and 5 plus 5 makes it 10. So now I can make I can put these together and make another 10. So now if I count up all my tens, I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and my one left over, 51. So that's trading ones for tens. So sometimes that works really easy for us. And then sometimes we go, I want to use yet another strategy. So if you want to use another strategy, my personal favorite strategy, and it doesn't have to be yours, is to always set it up as a T and up, tens and ones, and always add our ones place first. So I think, when I do my think lab, if I have 3 plus 9, 3 plus 9 equals 12. And now I have to think, well, 12 is a T and O again. The number 12 has 1 10 and 2 ones. So I keep my ones where they belong, 2 ones in the number 12, and then my 1 10 is going to go to my tens place, and I do it the same way again. I have 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens. So that gives me the number 72. So 53 plus 19 equals 72. So I like to make sure I divide my tens and ones with my T and O trick, and I use my think cloud to add my ones place first, and then I look to see, do I have any tens in my answer? And if I do, I pop them over to my tens place, and I keep my ones number in the ones place, okay? So whatever strategy works best for you. A number line, trading enough ones to make a new 10, or doing my think cloud TO tens and ones trick, all right? We'll do some more of those next week when we get back from spring break. Let's turn, and we're gonna do page 19 now. All right, so we have just a quick 3 ones to do here. This is just to keep our minds fresh in math. So number 1 says, Sumi has 8 fish in a tank. Then she gets more fish. Now she has 17 fish in all. How many more fish did Sumi get? Well, right now I know my answer is 17. So I can do it one of 2 ways. I can think 17 in all, and I can take out the 8 fish she started with and figure out how many new fish did Sumi get. Or I can say Sumi's 8 fish plus her new fish equals 17. So I'm going to think 8 plus what equals 17. And here it is, a whole and a part and part. 17 is my whole, 8 is my one part. What's my other part? And if I'm really not sure, I can go like 8, and I can start doing my parts here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then I count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so 17 minus 8 equals 9, or 8 plus 9 equals 17. And 9's my answer. So those are 3 different ways you can solve for the missing add-in. And then for number 2, which fact belongs in the fact family? I have 9 plus 6 equals 15. So I know these are my fact family numbers. I have 15 minus 6 equals 9. I have 6 plus 9 equals 15. And I remember that in a fact family, I have 2 addition problems and 2 subtraction. So I'm going to look for, I already have an addition here, and I have an addition here. I'm going to look for another subtraction, so I need to have my numbers 15, 6, and 9. So I'm going to say 15 minus 9 equals 6. And yes, absolutely, that belongs in my fact family. And then number 3, write a number to make each correct. Use the number line to help if needed. So here I have greater than and less than. And remember, our alligator always eats the bigger number. So I have blank is greater than 40. Well, the alligator, if I draw my alligator, it's going to eat whatever is here. So I find 40, and I can pick any one of these numbers that's bigger than 40 to make that number sentence true. So I'm going to say 47. I'm going to say 47 is greater than 40 because alligator eats the bigger number. Then I have 32, and this says 32 is less than whatever number's here, because if I look again, my alligator is going to eat this number. So I find my number 32, and this time I can use any one of these numbers that's bigger than 32.
Can I choose?
You can choose, Isabel.
38.
So Isabel says 32 is less than 38, and the alligator is going to eat the 38 because that's our bigger number. Okay, so always remember, greater and less than signs, alligator eats the bigger number. If the smaller number's in front, it's less than, and if the bigger number's in front, then we call it greater than. All right, that's it for math today, firsties, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.